The wind whipped through the cracks in the old, thin windows of Hussein's home.
He shivered, pulling his worn sweater tighter around him as he watched the rain beat down on the street below. He was used to the cold.
Used to the discomfort. Used to the constant ache in his heart, a dull throb that reminded him of the home he had left behind. The home that had been shattered by war. His eyes were drawn to a blur of movement outside. A dog, a large brown one, was running out into the road, dodging cars with a desperate urgency. Then, a screech of brakes.
A sickening thud.
The dog lay still in the middle of the road, its legs twitching feebly. Hussein's heart leapt into his throat. He knew that pain.
He knew the fear.
He knew the helplessness of being lost, alone, and injured. He raced out the door, ignoring the cold that bit at his bare legs.
He reached the dog, its eyes wide with terror and pain. His own eyes welled up with tears. He knew the dog needed help, needed someone to be there, someone to care.
He scooped up the blanket that his mother had given him, the one she used to wrap him in when they fled their home, the one that still held the faint scent of his sister's perfume, and gently covered the injured dog. Then, he sat beside it, holding its head, whispering softly, "It's okay, it's okay."
He stayed there, the wind whipping around him, the rain soaking through his thin clothes, but he didn't feel the cold anymore.
He felt only the warmth of compassion, the urge to comfort, the need to be there for this creature who was so afraid, so hurt, so alone. He sat there, holding the dog, for what felt like an eternity. Then, a car stopped. A man emerged, concern etched on his face.
He called the local animal shelter.
The vet arrived soon after, his face grim.
He examined the dog, his brow furrowed. Hussein watched, his heart clenching.
He knew the vet was trying, but he could also see the despair in the man's eyes.
The vet turned to Hussein, his voice soft. "Little one, the dog is very hurt.
We did everything we could, but there was too much internal bleeding."
Hussein looked at the dog, his eyes filled with tears.
He knew.
He understood. The dog's breathing had grown shallow, its body still. It was over.
Hussein continued to hold the dog, stroking its fur, whispering softly until the last breath left its body. Then, he sat there for a long time, just watching the rain, feeling the grief settle in his chest.